Today we're going to be looking into Google Earth. Now, Google Earth is one of my favorite tools. I mean, I can just go anywhere and, without leaving my desk, and it's just such an adventure, and I love it. It's like the coolest thing. So, I'm sorry that my last videos, they really suck. Alright, I will admit it. I am sorry for putting those out. And I am thinking of deleting them because, 21 views, most of them were from me, and they really weren't that good. As the first video went from 21, and the second video went to like 4. I think I'm just gonna stick to videos about doing stuff, how to do stuff. So, today I'm gonna be teaching you about a thing in Google Earth. So everyone knows Google Earth, it's fun to play around, find your home, find your house, whatever, do whatever, and that's fun, it's just awesome, go see Mount Hood. So there are some tools that I didn't know about. Because when I was browsing around in the internet, and I was thinking to myself, I remember watching the Yogscast doing something, like one of those games you play on Google Earth where it's like find where you are, you're like in the middle of Wyoming or in the middle of nowhere, and you gotta find where you are. It's just a fun game. So, Google Earth has other tools too, like this one. So, if you go up to tools, you'll see that there's a flight simulator. A flight simulator. Like flying. So, if you click it, it'll give you this. And I think, and I played around with this flight simulator a little bit, it's pretty cool. It doesn't simulate a real plane, but it's pretty cool. So anyways, I'm going to be teaching you how to use it. And, yeah. So, let's get down to business. So the first thing you want to do is you probably want to go to Google. If you don't have Google Earth, just go download it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is go up to Tools here. You click on it, you go to Enter Flight Simulator. You want to get Google Earth first of all, if you don't have Google Earth. And you don't have to buy the premium or anything, just get the free one and it's fine. And you might want to look up the flight controls, but I'll tell you most of the controls. And when it says select your aircraft, you could select this one, the Viper, but it's harder because, you had to do a whole bunch of other stuff. You still have to do a lot of stuff with this, but it's way harder on that because you gotta worry about your gear, Anyways, you want to go airport. You want to start at an airport because I want to teach you how to take off. Because you could just start in the air. If you are really bad at it, you should just try both of them and see how you do. I'm really better at starting at an airport, so I'm going to start at an airport. And if you're starting at an airport and this is new to you, I suggest you start at New York, JFK. Because it's really flat. I've seen some of these, like Kathmandu or I don't know how to say that. Kathmandu or is it Kathmandu? Doesn't matter. If you go to this one, it's completely flat. Because the Kathmandu one is just like bumpy and weird. And so just click on that. I don't have any joystick. So if you have a joystick, go ahead and use that. That's cool. And then, alright, so as you see, you'll start out kind of. Alright, well, I still need to tell you all the parts of a plane. So, let's get started. The first part, the front part is the nose. The back part is the tail fin and the two back wings. The two wings have these little flaps on them. Well, they have two flaps. Flaps called ailerons and flaps called flaps. And that slow you down. And ailerons for turning, or banking, sorry. And flaps are for slowing down. You want to and I'll explain what the flaps do later. And then at the back, there are also some more flaps that say they're elevators on the tail wing, not the tail fin, the tail wing. Tail fin has a thing called another flap kind of called a rudder, and that controls your turning, not banking, turning. All right, banking and turning, they're two different things. Anyways, I'll explain to you later. Goodbye. Weird, but if you don't really look around. Not much. Anyways, so you see, if you click on the screen, your thing will turn into a mouse or a little pointer. Your mouse will turn into a mouse or a pointer, basically. So the first thing you want to do, I'll tell you the controls right now. And first of all, you have a page on your keyboard over where it says, insert home, page up, delete, and page down. You know that little part you never use, except for maybe delete every once in a while. You want to push page up, and that makes you go forward. And page down makes you go backwards, but don't worry about that for now. Now, you want to push the page up button while your hand is on the mouse. So, and click it, so it comes to this little, I don't know what to call it, crosshair? Yeah, crosshair. Anyways, you want to push page up, and you want to gain enough speed. This is your speed meter. Oh, and by the way, you want to use your arrow keys. Oh, alright. Well, let's just, yeah. So, now if I go down on my mouse, so if I go down to the bottom of the screen, I'll hit an angle in which I can fly. And you need to make a lot of little adjustments, or else you could do this. The first time, you'll just do this, pretty much. Boom. Anyways, I'll tell you each one of these meters. So anyways, as you can see, I failed on purpose there, just because I needed to explain to you all this stuff. I don't quite know what this does. Doesn't really matter. This is your altitude. This is your I get oh yeah, angle. So like if my nose is completely straight forward or exactly how it's supposed to be, it'll be at 0. This little pointer thing will be at 0. And you usually when you're taking off, you want it to be about 10 or so. And when you're landing, you want to be at about 5. Well, I'll see about that later. But I'll tell you about landing later. This is your altitude. It basically, oh no, that's not your altitude. This is your altitude. Sorry, this is your what is it? Fast meter? I don't know what to call that. Miles per hour meter? Yeah. Your MPH. And this is just your compass, pretty much. So, anyways, so when you push page up, you're going to turn immediately, as you can see. So what you want to do is, with your controls over here, on your, on whatchamahoosit, I can't remember what it's called. Arrow keys, not WASD, I mean arrow keys. They're inverted, so when you want to go left, you gotta push the right button, and when you gotta go right, you want to push the right button. That's why it's so hard. Anyways, so once you hit about 100 mile per hour, you want to go up at, as I said, about 10 degrees. 10 to, halfway to 15. Basically enough so you can still see the city, but, not enough to, Anyways, so now we're going to focus on turning. So once we're up in the air, it's pretty easy to do. I had a hard time my first time. You want to sort of level out. I mean, just above 0 should be fine, and just below 5 would be fine. Now, I'm going to show you how to turn. So, of course, you want to be able to land, right? So, to turn this way, you need to turn this, like this, and it'll bank you. Now, it's going too far, right? So, what do? I go to the other side to make it straighten out. So, let's straighten out. And, of course, making tiny adjustments to your angle of your nose. So, most of this area is flat, so I could land wherever I wanted to, but I want to land back on the runway to make it look more professional. So, first, let's look at the runway. Let's go in a circle. Let's see if we can find it. Looks like it's over there. I see. Alright, so you don't want to do this. I'm just being bad. Sorry, folks. I had some technical difficulties. Anyways, let's get back to that turning. So, you want to just bank like this, again, so we can see our runway. Now, when we're turning, right? Sorry, let me get things straight. Alright, so, as you can see, there's our airport, right? Now, our runway is way far away. I mean, it's way too hard to land. I couldn't land if I wanted to right about now. So we want to go out there so we can land on that black runway. You see that down there? See here, wait. Just do that. You see that? Crap. I think if I do this, yeah, you see that down there where my little mouse is pointing? We're gonna land on that. So now, as you see, we need to go about to that green line right there. That's good because then we can turn around and come in good angle and get our flaps up. Everything good. So let's unpause and I will get us there. So of course you want to make very small adjustments to everything. And, you know, just do that the whole way there. And I will skip going there because it's going to take a while. So I will see you later. Bye. Welcome back. Now, I have flown out, I think not far enough. But it doesn't matter. I am just going to do it the bad way. Don't ever land like this. First of all, we want to straighten out. Alright? As you can see, the runway is diagonal from us. So, let's just fix that. So, now, to straighten out, I'm doing it a bit weirdly. I'm just trying whatever I can to straighten it out, you know. Don't try this, because it is bad. I am doing bad things. I have bad habits. Do not do this. Try and aim it better. Anyways, you probably wanted to go farther than me, but I'm pretty good at landing. So anyways, I wouldn't suggest doing this. If I had went farther, I could probably do this better. Anyways, but if I had gone farther, I should have probably been about here. Anyways. I mean, this is a bit high even. So anyways, you want to keep your nose down, but you don't want to keep it down too far. Because, well, you know, you'll just hit the ground too. You come in at too steep of an angle. Anyways. You just want to sort of, you know, inch it down, you know. Don't come down too far. Darn it. Sorry. So anyways, then the colon and the period. If you push them both together, then you sort of like bounce. Oh, I've crashed. Well, that was too bad. Sorry. Anyways, I was just texting my mom. She's in wherever she is. Anyways, so I crashed. If I had been less clumsier, I could have done things. But anyways, that's a brief way of doing it. Go ahead and try it. I mean, if you're not already trying it, that's the way I do it. Anyways, I will see you later.